One of our volunteers, Sean, went to work in the field. On his way, he met a woman who lived in the same village as him. The woman asked for help, and Sean canceled his plans and followed her. Entering the yard, Sean was shocked. He immediately forgot why the woman asked him and why he came here. There was a kennel in the yard. It was old and falling apart right in front of his eyes. A heavy chain was attached to the kennel, and nearby there was a dirty bowl with equally dirty water in it. "Does someone live in there?" Sean asked, pointing to the kennel. The villager laughed in response and pulled the chain. A tiny dog struggled to come out of the kennel. It was so thin and weak that it could barely stand on its feet. The animal looked at its owner and then turned its gaze to Sean. In the dog's eyes, the man saw only pain and hopelessness. "Why did you tie up such a tiny dog?" Sean asked. "So that it sits and barks, guarding my house," the woman calmly replied. "What kind of guard is she? She's so tiny." Sean could hardly imagine how such a small dog dragged such a heavy chain and tried to bark, straining her voice, just to be fed and given some clean water to drink. Despite his long volunteer work, the situation shocked Sean. He saw for the first time a dog weighing no more than a kilogram sitting on a chain. Moreover, the dog was poorly fed, as even for its size, it looked very emaciated. In the woman's yard there was her own household, but even with that she didn't think about normal feeding for the dog. In villages, such attitude towards animals is more of a rule than an exception. Cats are kept on a hungry diet in the hope that they will catch more mice. Dogs are poorly fed so that they are more aggressive towards people and are better guards. The attitude towards animals among rural residents is often consumerist, and it is very difficult to fix the situation. At first glance, it was obvious that Button was not just tired, but also sick. The dog's paws were shaking, and her teeth were chattering. Sean understood that leaving the dog in this house meant sentencing her to a quick and agonizing death. After expressing his thoughts about the woman, Sean declared that he would take Button. The neighbor was in no hurry to give away the dog. She was puzzled about what she did wrong and asked who would guard her house. They argued for a long time, but the volunteer came out of these debates as the winner. Giving away the dog, the woman said, "Don't worry, I'll find myself another one tomorrow. There are dozens of them running around here."